Stovetop podcast. Still don't have an intro. Um, we're back for another one. If you want to introduce yourself for everybody and what you do, and we'll jump into it.
Yeah, I'm Elle Indigo. I'm an indie pop R&B artist. I've got a couple of originals out and a few covers. I started performing in the last couple of years, and I write a lot of songs from personal experience. I've been a poet for most of my life, so kind of translating that into lyrics now, best as possible.
I like that.
Thanks.
Like that's kind of how I kind of discovered music as well. Was I like
Nice.
I learned that I was able to like play with words and make you
Yeah.
know, and that was kind of where I discovered that I was interested in music. So kind of leading off of that, where did your stage name come from?
Hmm. So my writing name is LK Indigo. So a couple people would call me L or LK, and my full name is Leanne, or my real first name is Leanne. So initials, and then from that, with I took the L and made it into ELLE, like another female first name.
So,
So trying
oh,
to kind of
so
keep the same theme going with the various pen names that I use.
with the whole indigo thing,
Mhm.
is that like your favorite color, or where did that whole come about?
So I've had my hair like this bluish color for like 8, 9 years now. Indigo's a little bit more the purple blue. Um, but I've always loved so there's this book on indigo children, which is like highly sensitive, really emotional, but also like really in tune with things. And I'm probably not describing this quite properly. And so that's something I read about when I was younger, and it always kind of stuck with me. Spirituality wise, there's kind of a connection there too. So yeah, my favorite color is actually green, but I think the blue is a little bit easier of a hair color to pull off.
I mean, I yeah, like trying to do a green,
Mm.
it wouldn't stay green for very long.
No, I've seen some people pull it off well, at least the color, but it doesn't suit many complexions for sure.
I agree. Um, so I'd really like to know, first off, are you a parent? Because I can see that we got some gifts on the side there. So I was
I'm
wondering.
not. It's my partner's birthday tomorrow, and he's a big Star Wars person. So,
Oh, okay. And the only reason
yeah.
I asked was I was gonna ask, because I asked some artists what it's like being a parent and
Mm-hmm.
juggling a music life along with um being a parent and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to ask.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure that's.
Um,
I have pets, but no human littles.
it was almost just as much the same. They just don't talk back.
Occasionally, yeah, yeah.
So was there a particular moment where you realized like music is what you wanted to do, where it was running through your blood?
Yeah. So I grew up in a musical household, and I've been taking vocal lessons. I was trying to say voice and vocal at this. Anyways, merging my words. Since around age 10, but I've always had a lot of stage fright. So singing just brings me so much joy, and I love connecting with people. So that's kind of just another avenue for me to do that. Like I already do that with my writing, but it's a little bit more, behind the screen. Um, so in that way, it's more comfortable, but I also don't get as much immediate feedback as I do with like a crowd, in singing. Um, so a couple years ago, I got divorced in 2023. Yeah, 2023, and that was kind of like a catalyst for me to be like, you know what, I want to do something different with my life. I'm gonna go after this thing that I've been like kind of wanting to do, but holding back because of the stage fright. So karaoke, what do you call it? Exposure
Okay.
therapy like once twice a week for a year. I still get a little bit stage fright. Like I'm applying for this open call that we have. That's if I get on it, it's a huge stage, and I'm like, okay, I've never done something like that solo, so I'm sure there'll be some nerves for that. But the smaller ones, I'm much more used to it now. Um, so yeah, I mean, still some adrenaline, still some nerves occasionally, but much better than it used to be, for sure. And it's hard to say like that. So I have been really focused on music, but doing one thing is like so not in my nature. I want to do all the things, so sometimes I'm a little divided on my focus.
I get that. I do want to say first off is the biggest artists in the world still have stage fright. They can have 1,000 shows under their belt and they can still get the butterflies like they did when they did their first show.
Yeah.
I'm not really one to preach to the choir on that one because, well, I have extreme stage fright like lately. Even just
Mm-hmm.
recording, I'm afraid to even record my music right now. So I like, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I advocate for the exposure therapy. It doesn't feel good in the moment, but yeah.
Um, I'd like to know, um, what's holy shit. Sorry, if you could
Take a
work with
second
any
there.
artist of any genre, dead or
Ooh.
alive, who would it be?
Um, I'm trying
Ev-
to imagine like I love Sarah Brightman. She's an opera singer, pop opera. I can't even like I don't know, that just feels so like I'm like what would I even do? Like what would I bring to that table? Not to say that I couldn't bring anything, but that feels like really for me I'm like that's a jump. If we're going a little bit more, I mean I don't want to say she's not mainstream because she's incredibly popular in her genre and field. Muse always puts on an amazing concert. Who else would I want to work with? I don't know. I'm not sure if there's just like one person. Like any of the big names would be just like amazing to work with. Yeah, I mean, Sarah Brightman's probably one of my favorite singers of all time. So,
okay. And I like asking this question because every time I ask it, I've only got the same answer once.
huh?
And I've done a few of these
Yeah.
now. So like yeah, I've only got the same answer once and it
Oh,
was
that's kind
only
of cool.
like
Yeah.
one artist
Yeah.
I think it was like Drake or something silly, something
Right.
mainstream.
Right. Yeah.
But I like asking it because it shows for one people's taste in music and it also kind of gives a little bit of a background of yourself as
Mm-hmm.
well without like jumping into your personal history.
Right.
We can see what your taste of music is and be like, oh, okay, like we can kind of understand the vibe of who this person is. Um, so leading off of that, is there a genre or a subgenre that is not your vibe that you won't find on your
Oh, that's
speakers?
not my vibe. I used to say country, but there have definitely been more songs I've been liking. So I can't really say that anymore. Kind of similar with rap, and mostly it's the subject matter. Because there's definitely songs I like where, depending on the subject matter and like what's going on, I'm like, oh yeah, this is because like there is incredible skill. Um, so when I find a song, I'm like, all right, I like this. It's going in my playlist. It's not something that I seek out like on purpose though. Like I don't go down rabbit holes. But if I hear something I like, I'm like, yep, I'm vibing with this, and so yeah. But they also really weren't in my growing up ages. Like that wasn't something my family listened to, so I didn't really get a lot of exposure.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So now as like Spotify will recommend this or that, then I get to hear something that maybe I wouldn't have and be like, yeah, you know what? There's some really great stuff here that I haven't listened to before. So I don't know. Maybe I should seek some more out and see what I like and don't like in it and go a little deeper. So yeah,
It's impossible for me. I get people that are like, "Oh, have you heard of such and such?" I'm like,
yeah,
"Nah, I got 1,000 songs in my play on my likes list on YouTube, and that's what I listen to."
yep,
Because it seems like anytime I try to go down the rabbit hole, I discover every crap artist or their only shitty song that they have out there, and it's just like, well, it's hard to sell somebody when you hear their one of their crap songs. You know
yes,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like you kind of want to hear one of their bangers or one of their hit songs to be like, okay. And then once you go down, you're like, oh, this song sucks. Right? But it's first impression. Right? It's
yeah.
basically a musical interview. And if your song sucks, then I'm not gonna look you up again. Like it's pretty straightforward. Um, Leading
I
off of that though.
I've
Sorry, go
probably had
ahead.
that happen once or twice where somebody like really recommended somebody. So then I might listen to a couple, to give it a try. But beyond that, yeah, if I'm not coming across it on my own, and I'm not feeling it, then we're moving on.
Yeah, I don't, right? I don't blame you. Leading off of that though, who's on your playlist now? Like
Mm-hmm.
who you got on repeat? Who are you jamming to while you're doing your thing at home?
So like just today, a reel came across my feed. Dudes like reacting to a singer. So like just started listening to her last night. Renee Rapp, Rapp, Rap. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that. Um, Ray Raye. Um, oh my gosh, who else am I listening to? I don't know if Arlissa's come out with something new recently, but I really like her stuff. I need to go listen to it. I've only listened to it once now. The new was it Poppy Evanescence and Spirit Box did a collab. That was great. Um, I'm kind of just like depends on what I'm in the mood to rabbit hole, really. That or it's like I'm listening to the same thing for like weeks because I gotta get a lot of my playlists for when I do covers. So just listen to
Um,
those over and over again.
so are you a Spotify person or a YouTube person?
I'm a Spotify person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah,
I can't figure out how to use Spotify for the
yeah,
life of me.
yeah,
It's like I want to use it because I want to support the artists
yeah,
that I sit down with and stuff like that. But when I go on to a distribution site or whatever the hell you want to
yeah.
call it, I want to listen to that artist, not a playlist of artists after this artist that are related. Like it, I want to listen to this one artist, not Joe Blow and 30
Yeah.
others that are in this playlist.
No,
Like,
that's what. So for me, usually that's what I do on Spotify. I go to the artist, go to their page, and then listen to them. But then if I want to like get related, then I'll go to the like artist radio, which is the related songs after that.
I
So
might have
very
to,
mood dependent, but yeah,
that's pretty sad. I might have to go and do like a YouTube
yeah.
tutorial to learn how to use fucking Spotify.
Yeah, I feel like Spotify has some pretty good control. Like when it was Spotify and Pandora, I didn't go Pandora because it was more like all radio, so all recommended stuff. And I'm always like, I want to listen to an album all the way through, or all one artist. And so Spotify gave me that control a little bit more. So, and now that I've been subscribed to Spotify, I'm just like, I don't want an extra subscription, and I don't want the ads on YouTube. So it's probably my main reason for not using it right now.
And you listen to an album fully through.
Yeah.
That like that's it's quite unheard of, at least for what I from what I know. I mean, like I think the only time that I would think that somebody would do it is if they're putting the album in their car, like like the CD in their car. But I don't think a lot of people know what a CD is nowadays.
I still have a
Like
stack like in my garage. I'm like, should
right?
I even hold on to these anymore?
Hey, you know what? Those
Yeah,
might be worth money someday,
they might. Yeah,
right?
I have to see what
Like
I have. I think I have Backstreet Boys in there. So,
yeah, you keep that, one day
right?
like you know be 60, 70, 80 years old and you'll post it on eBay on
Hmm.
marketplace or eBay or something, and some girl from way back when's gonna be like, oh my god, I fucking loved him, like they're gonna be like, I want this, I'm gonna listen to it one more time while I'm in the retirement home. Right, like
Gonna be collector's item. Yeah.
so we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna leave a
Ah,
snippet
mm,
of your music to give
awesome.
people a chance to check out what you got going on, and then we'll come back.
was on fire and no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love.
Left y'all a snippet. Um, I always forget to say this in the beginning of the episode, but all of her links will be in the description of the video. So anything that she wants out there to the public, social media, Spotify, YouTube, whatever the hell is out there, all of it will be in the description. So I do all the work for you. So there's no reason not to go and check her out after you're done this episode. Um, what's the process like for you in the studio? Like, is there like a feng shui that you do, or do you just roll in and just bang it out?
Yeah, that's still like kind of a new process for me. So I've been starting lyrics first because I've always kind of been like a writer and a poet. So that's the background that I come from. Occasionally I do get something in my brain like just earlier today. For whatever reason, it's always like lying in bed and I'm like trying to sleep and I'm, gosh dang it. Like poetry, if I'm writing something down, that can be like any time, but sonically it's been lying down, which has been annoying for my sleep schedule. Because you don't record it, it's gone. So, um, but studio right now, I'm co-composing with my partner because that, like I said, that part's still new to me. I did just do a little bit of a semi-impulse Black Friday MIDI keyboard buy, so it's
Nice.
like semi-impulse, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm definitely gonna use it. So, yeah, we'll see where that goes because that's gonna be new. I did learn piano growing up, but I really haven't played it recently. But just so that the stuff that is getting in my head, I can get it into I can at least start fiddling around on my computer and have a little bit more autonomy as well. And I love co-composing because it gives me other ideas that I wouldn't have thought of as well. But also having the ability to do it on my own, I think is gonna open more avenues.
And you said that you work with your partner
Mm-hmm.
musically. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, so does your partner like perform as well,
Mm-hmm.
or are they in like the production side of things? Like, how does that all work for you guys?
Yeah, he's a performer and vocalist, and that's kind of how we met. And he performs on his own, and we also have a cover band together because it's a little, especially where we are, it's much easier to get gigs as a cover band. I only have a couple songs out at the time of this recording, so I don't have a full set yet to go perform on my own. It'd be a very short
Even
set.
even two or three
Yeah,
original songs, man. Like, you don't need to go out there with a 45-minute set. If you
yeah,
go and you come out with three songs and you go and open up, you got three songs before even like you guys as a group go up and bang it out. You come out, you bang out three originals, and then you guys come and perform the big
yeah, yeah.
the final set. You know what I mean?
We've been kind of interweaving them a little bit because we want to warm the crowd up with stuff that they like, and then be like, "Hey, we're gonna throw one of ours in here," So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Well, and there's like, it sounds weird, but there is a science to it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
um, especially even like, because I'm more into the rap genre, even for rappers, they'll probably come out with
Mm-hmm.
like either a mid fist banging song, something to kind of start get you going. And then they'll come out with just something pounding, get the whole crowd going. And
Yeah.
midway through, they kind of do something a little slower and kind of, because you can't just keep going up, right? You got to kind of mitigate
Yeah, yeah.
the tension or whatever you want to call it in the crowd, which also gives them it gives a certain energy vibe. Oh my God, my brain's
Mm-hmm.
not here today. I showed up for the
You're good. You're
episode, but
good.
my brain didn't. I mean, it's not the first time this has happened, so welcome to the stovetop. I'd really like to
Cooking on
know.
low.
Yeah. Has a fan ever said anything that stuck with you?
um, I mean, I'm still pretty new to the scene, but uh, so a couple times the most operatic song that I've done at like karaoke, I haven't done it at a show proper yet, is "Time to Say Goodbye," and that one seems to really stick with people. And I just, I've just had some stories where somebody was like, "Yeah, my friend who passed it." Like, there's one woman whose friend had passed away, and it was like his favorite song, and it just, so that was really touching to see that that touched her, and so those sort of interactions are really, really moving when they
I,
happen. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, 100% though. And you know that like that's what I like too is um at the end of the day being able to have somebody come up to you, even if it is a cover song, but coming up to you and saying, like if so in your case, if it was a cover saying, "Oh my God, you sounded so much like the artist," or it was that you did a great cover. I couldn't tell that it wasn't such and such, right? So that's a big pat on the back at the end of the day too, right?
Yeah.
Because man, you can walk away with like um with your head up held high, being like, yeah, you know what I mean. I did a whatever song, and they felt with it, or they come
Yeah.
up and say, yo, I think that was better than the original, right? um this this is quite a new question to the stovetop,
Okay.
and I've been very interested on how I get the answer, considering I've talked with multiple generations of people.
Mm-hmm.
um how do you feel about the way that social media connects you with the listeners?
Mm. Um, it's a mixed bag because I am trying to be trying to find the gratitude in the fact that it's available and we can connect more one on one. And at the same time, there is a little bit of like tiredness and overwhelm of like, oh, I have to do all of this. Realistically, artists have always had to market themselves and put themselves out there in one way or another. And having that, I don't know if I would necessarily say it's a level playing field, but outside of ads, social media is free. You don't have to buy a billboard.
Hmm.
So it does give us a lot more direct access. Now, it can be a lot of work. Whenever I haven't posted as long, it takes me so much longer to get a post up and write it. So I know there's a little bit to the consistency, makes it easier, gets you a little bit more in the groove. Still not as consistent as I try to avoid the word should, but as I could be.
I agree.
Yeah.
I trust me, I'm the same way. Um, and algorithm can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. Even speaking for me and
Mm.
experience, if I release a short, like a reel today, my views will skyrocket. But if I ignore it for a day or two, you can literally watch it plummet,
Yeah.
right? But it's hard to stay consistent with stuff like that. Like, back like even back what even 20 years ago, even 15, we were still making CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not 15, maybe 17 years ago, something around about 17,
Something, yeah,
15,
something like that.
in that ballpark was when we
Yeah.
started getting out of CDs and stuff. You go and hand a kid a CD, they're like, what the hell do I like? What is this, a coaster?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, with having hard copy music, you were able to have an easier time to get known locally.
Mm.
Because I mean, if you go to the bar with a CD,
Mm-hmm.
even if the person does take it, the odds are it's just going to get thrown in the side of the door, or
Right.
you know what I mean? Um, Back then, you hand them the CD, they leave, they throw it in their car, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Hand them a QR code? Like, right? I think it gives you a more of an initiative, like an opportunity to be known more locally, because you can
Yeah.
be out on the corner just hustling CDs, and
I know some people who give out USB sticks.
That'd be expensive though. Like, I mean, unless you're
Yeah,
going
you
on
gotta get like a real
Amazon,
small one or something, and but yeah.
like, I mean, unless you're getting like a
Maybe I shouldn't
bulk.
say give out. I think they do usually sell them for a couple dollars, but you could give them to select people too.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Like, I mean, man, I could just imagine even that though. Like, I could just imagine. I guess it'd probably be about the same amount to do a seat. No, not really. If 100 CDs is like $40.
yeah,
Right? $12 in a USB drive on the cheap end, give or take. 100 of those. Oof.
gotta find them wholesale somewhere maybe.
Yeah. Amazon's probably your best friend.
Yeah.
Um, I'd really like to know what's next. What's next for you? Do you got any new projects coming out?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that we can um give a sneak peek to these people for that they can look forward to?
Yeah. I have a song that tentative release date of early January. We're still finalizing it. It's called Sometimes I Hurt Myself. It's about negative self talk. So, uh, yeah, kind of using that phrase, but in a little bit of a turn of words, because yeah, that's just another way of self harm. Uh, and so I talk a lot about mental health in my songs and kind of what I go through in my own life, overthinking and anxiety and all that, and trying to work through those things, and hopefully connect with others and be like, yeah, this is not, you're not alone in these feelings. Ideally, looking to have the full album out early-ish next year, but I need to revisit the actual release date right now, so I don't have the exact release date at the moment. Still finalizing and figuring some things out.
But there's the cliffhanger for all the
Yeah.
viewers here that there's another reason that you should go and check out all the descriptions that
Mm-hmm.
I put in the video because then you can go and follow everything that she's on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, I don't know,
All
wherever the
those.
hell she's at.
Yeah.
And then you can go and follow her and then you know when it's gonna drop.
Yep. Yep. As soon as I
You,
got the date. Yeah.
who knows, man? Like if I get the link when it drops, I'll post it up on the
Oh,
spot on the
awesome. Thank you.
Spotify
Yeah.
page or spot on the Stovetop page.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so there's another little reason to go and keep your eyes out. Um, we burned through this episode quite quickly.
Oh, nice.
Um, so I'm gonna ask,
Mm-hmm.
um, where did I have it? Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. So, I know that you said that you've only been doing this for a small amount of time, but has your music style changed over the growth period?
I think I'm still kind of finding that, honestly. I was thinking more pop initially, and I feel like it's a little bit more. I'm still trying to figure out where how to define it really, but kind of indie alt, usually a little bit of jazz or R&B vibes. Yeah, so I'm still kind of trying to work on that sound without also like pigeonholing myself too much, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, diversity is key for sure, right? And that's a fun thing with like my genre, like with rap and hip
Yeah.
hop is, um, we can take a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and then like,
Mm-hmm.
we can make a song. Like we can take emo style lyrics, but like a hip hop, 80s hip hop boom bap beat like we can do whatever the hell we want to it
Right, right.
basically we're not really limited like
Yeah.
some other genres are. um
Yeah, especially mainstream pop is very. I mean, there's still a wide variety, but it does have a very kind of specific feel to it. Excuse
I
me.
this is
Little
where I
COVID
wanted
there.
to this is what I wanted to know was what was the biggest risk that you've taken in your career so far?
Biggest risk. not. I feel like that's hard to define because I'm not sure that I would necessarily say anything was risky. I think like in my own nervous system, just putting myself out there to begin with had that feeling.
But I mean, in a sense, personally, that still is
Yeah.
a personal risk
Sure,
where,
yeah, yeah, because
right?
you're opening yourself up to the feedback, which, it's the internet, so.
You know, on the closing note with that though, um, unfortunately, it sounds greasy. It's positive, I promise.
Okay.
If you're not getting negative comments and negative reviews, you're not doing something right. You have to have some haters. Now, if you're having majority haters, it's a little heartbreaking, right?
Yeah,
Yes. But
yeah,
you need that one asshole that's on YouTube that just talks smack because he
right.
hates his life. You know what I mean? Um,
I don't think I've gotten there yet. And I think it's just it's a numbers thing, you know. Like once the numbers get there, it's almost inevitable that somebody will do that.
Eventually,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, like it's not like I haven't received horrible reviews yet, but eventually you're gonna have that one person
Yep.
that's like, I don't like you. They don't have a reason or anything like that. They just don't like you. But
well,
that's what we
I'm sure
teach our kids too.
I'm sure somebody will just like not like my hair or whatever or
Something
something like
cliche.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, on that note, I apologize for the little bit of a
Oh,
rocky episode.
you're
Normally,
fine.
I'm a little bit more on point. Um, I'm lacking caffeine. I'm like 4 days without my coffee, so
Hey, stay strong. That's kudos.
I appreciate it. On that note, though, I really appreciate you sitting down with me. I know
Oh,
it
of
was a
course.
short episode,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it. I think you're a
Yeah.
super
Same.
stand up woman.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make sure that I add another snippet of your music at the end of the video, and
Awesome.
I know I'm repeating myself, but all of her links, all of that will be in the description of the video. One stop shop, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, whatever she wants out to you guys is going to be public in the description of the video. On that note, I'm sorry that again that it was such a short episode, but I appreciate your time and sitting down with me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, thank you, Stovetop Podcast, and we're out.
I make myself sad when I wake up in the morning. Make myself sad when I'm pouring my coffee. Make myself sad when I'm drinking it down. I can't get you out of my head. Just can't get you out of my head. And I make myself sad when I'm in my head, repeating thoughts of you. Your lips on mine, but not anymore, anymore, anymore. You walked out my door, out my door. Myself sad when I'm lying in bed. I make myself sad when I'm drifting off. Make myself sad when I'm touching myself, still thinking of you.